the Honor Bowl. When we're all fired up to go down there and play. Can't wait. Actually, it's going to be a great 2 days. Anyway, give him your attention. All right.
Hey guys, it's nice to come out here and meet you. I wanted to come out. We call this an honor tour, and what we do is we come out to all the schools that are participating in our event. And we want them to hear our heart as to what we do with the Honor Bowl, what it means, how it got started, and just share with you guys the story of the Honor Bowl. Before I do that, I want to introduce you to one of my dear friends. His name is Aaron Plunkett. He runs D1 Bound Sports Recruits. He's our sponsor for this year's event, and he'd like to share a few words with you, and then I'll come in and finish it up. Just give him some attention.
What Coach Soto does with the Honor Group and the Honor Bowl is way more important than what we do with D1 Bound, and we're just blessed that he invited us out, and we've worked together for the past several years. Just in supporting the event and just showing honor to our troops. I'm sure everybody here probably has a personal story with people involved with the military. My story is, my grandfather on my mom's side was a Korean War veteran. On my dad's side, grandfather was a World War II veteran. So I saw what they did for their country and how they came back from what they did and raised great families and raised hardworking kids that resulted in people like myself, hardworking grandkids, just being thankful for their service. And just a quick personal story and something that I was blessed to do with D1 Bound for whatever reason. And I'm sure Coach Harrington will tell you, being involved in working with sports is not a job. It doesn't feel like a job. It's fun. We love what we do in every facet. And just being blessed with what we've done with D1 Bound because of getting support from student athletes and parents. I was overseas in February, and we were getting some stuff done with the company, getting new shirts made and different things like that. But I was in Istanbul, Turkey for about 8 days. And if you guys don't know about Turkey, it's a 90% Muslim country. And not to say that there's anything against Muslims or anything like that, but what it is it's a different culture. It's right next to Syria. That's the hotbed for ISIS and a lot of these terrorist groups. Well, from my personal experience, and this will make you appreciate the freedoms you have here that our military provides, is every mall in Istanbul in Turkey, you have to go underground into a parking garage. Well, I thought it was crazy the first time I saw it until I got kind of used to it, but every single car that goes into the mall parking garage has to pop their trunk, and they search for bombs, and they search for explosive materials. Well, you get into the mall and you park, and there's a car wash underneath, like there are in malls here, and you have all the luxuries and whatnot, but once you go up the escalator, you've got to stop like you're at the airport, take off all your bags, put them on a conveyor, they've got to run across, they wand you down, and they literally check every single person who goes into every mall. When you get in, it's just like the mall here. There's Starbucks, there's Gap, and there's all these different stores that you recognize, but that instantly hits home as far as the freedoms and the luxuries that we have as being Americans and living here in this land of opportunity. People don't have that across the world, and our military provides that. And just to make a long story short, that was my experience, and I'm just so thankful for Coach Soto. He'll tell you his story. He's got family members that are directly involved in the military right now. It definitely hits home with him. But just appreciate the freedoms that you have. Be respectful to our military. I'm sure maybe even some of you in today's group might end up joining the service. But God bless you if you do. And anytime you see a veteran, anytime you see a member of the military, just make sure you thank them for their service. It's not easy going over there overseas and being in a war zone and then coming back to regular life. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the movie American Sniper. There's stuff that people deal with when they go to war and then they come back, but it means everything to any veteran and any member of the military just to thank them for their service, show your appreciation, because at the end of the day, the reason we have the freedoms we do today are because they protect us. So I'm thankful to Coach Soto for having us involved, and can't wait for another great Honor Bowl. You guys are blessed to be involved and giving back.
Well, like Aaron said, freedom is not free, and it's an honor to be out here with you guys and have you guys involved in the program. Coach Harrington, I want to thank you, you and your staff for being in the event, for reaching out to me and getting in touch. I really believe that it's a God thing with me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much,
pleasure.
Coach.
Yeah.
I want to honor you for that.
Can't wait.
basically the story of the Honor Bowl. I'm a high school football coach. I retired back in 2010. I have 2 kids that served in the United States military. They both went right out of high school. They played football for me. They were seniors, and with what happened in 9/11, they wanted to do something to pay back. So back in 2005, 2006, both my kids said they wanted to enter the military. I did everything I could to stop them. I knew that they were going to see war. I knew that they were going to see combat. I knew that they were going to see death. So as a football coach, as a dad, of course you want to say, son, you sure you want to do this? But they wanted to do it. So they left, and it wasn't soon after that, months after that, that they were both in Iraq together. One went Army as a sniper, one of the best sniper in America. They call them Top Guns. One was in Baghdad, and the other one was in an area called the Sunni Triangle. They saw Fallujah. They saw some pretty harsh combat. A lot of their friends were killed. A lot of their friends were wounded. Changed my life. They have a saying in the military that when the son or the family member joins, the family joins too. And I found that out. That there's no way that you can have a son out there fighting for your freedom and doing what they do with their friends dying and coming back maimed. It changes your life. So in 2010, here I am on the football field 4 years later. My kids have already seen 2 harsh combat deployments. My son, who was a Marine, was with a battalion called the 3rd Battalion 5th Marines. You'll meet some of these guys out at the football event. It went out to a place called Afghanistan, Helmand Province, Afghanistan. And there's an area called Sangin. Let me tell you about Sangin. Sangin is a very lush tropical area. And in that area, the Taliban, what they did is they would grow their opium and their marijuana to fund their terrorist trade. My son told me that when they were flying in to Sangin with their Osprey and their helicopters, they were landing at a base called Fort Jackson. And he remembers looking out the helicopter window on the Osprey windows with all of his Marine battalion, and they were surrounded by white flags. Now, when we think of white flags, what do we think? We think surrender, right? Not the Taliban. What they would do is they would put the white flags on the ground, and with a black spray paint, they would spray paint on it in writing, "Death to the Americans, death to the infidels." The Marines landed, and within 7 months, 25 were killed and over 200 were wounded. Most of them wounded by walking on IEDs and losing their legs. I remember my son calling me one time on the satellite phone back in the Vietnam days. In the Korean days, you used to have to send a letter and it would take 6 weeks to 2 months to get there, right? Not nowadays. They've got these satellite phones, and literally my son would call me and I could hear the sound of war through the phone. I remember one time my son calling me, "Dad, Dad." And I'm like, "Yes, son." And he goes, "Dad," because I just want to come home with my legs. I just want to come home with my legs. As a football coach, being on the football field, it's really hard to hear that and stay focused as a football coach. And the kids would hear me as I would be walking on the field, and they knew my story of my son, and they knew that he was fighting, and they knew that he was in a harsh situation. So I would tell the kids every day when I would walk on the football field, the head coach would give me time to talk and give reports about what's going on with the Marines out there. And during the games, the kids would come up to me and they would say, "Dad," or "Coach, we made that tackle for your son. We won this game for the Marines." And I saw innocently through their athleticism and what they were doing on the football field that they were learning about what a hero looks like. To us, a hero is not Batman and Robin. A hero is the men and women that serve and give us the freedom that we have today. Amen?
Amen.
So in 2010, I got some friends together and we started this event called the Honor Bowl. In 5 years, it's become one of the best high school football showcases in America. You guys are a part of that. You guys innocently, by your coach raising his hand saying, "We want to participate, we want to be in this event," through your athleticism, you guys are coming and giving back. I want you guys to feel that. I want you guys to know that this just isn't a football game. This is your way of saying thank you. This is your way of saying we appreciate you. And you're going to see a lot of men out there that have lost their legs, that have given their all for our freedom. When you guys come out to this event, feel that. Know that. Well, you guys are working for the next 2 months to compete this year. And I know how great of a football team you guys are. You bring it every year. You grind every year. When you guys come out and you open up the year this year and you're at the Honor Bowl and you see all that TV and that radio, it's not about that. It's about giving back. And that's your way of saying thank you. So I want you guys to know that it's an honor to be out here talking with you, doing this, going on this tour. We've seen, I don't know how many high schools already, 6 in the last 2 days. But it's an honor for my partner Rick and I. He's our director of football operations, does all our media. Follow us on Facebook. You'll see this video on Facebook. Our Twitter is @HonorGroup. Go on there. Watch what we do. Learn about what you guys are playing for. And we'll see you in 2 months, okay? God bless you guys. Keep grinding. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.